Hello, darlings, and welcome back to another episode of The Clueless Mum with me, Nadia Essex. Now, let's just jump straight in because my episode last week caused a little bit of, I don't want to be over dramatic and say outrage, but I got a lot of backlash. And can you guess what for? It was the Santa stuff. And people were flabbergasted when I said that I told Zeke that Santa wasn't real. It was interesting, to say the least. I thought I'd get a bit of backlash, but it just kind of reinforced how deeply ingrained Father Christmas is to people. That it was so weird to me that people were so angry about me telling the truth. I found that fascinating. They were really, really angry. There were a lot of block and deletes because, I don't know, you can feel passionate about a subject, but really? Like a mythical, made up story of a man who basically takes away all of the hard work that women do. This is one of my issues with not just the lying, but this guy takes credit for everything that women do. Because mums make Christmas, let's be real. Mums do. Sexist, no. Let's just say it how it is. Mums make Christmas. The mums take the mental load. The mums organise it all. The mums make Christmas. And then to give a fictional guy the credit, no. 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 We want to raise non-misogynistic men. Let's start by not erasing women's hard work from birth, because ultimately it's going to be like the micro expressions of sexism and misogyny that go into children that people don't think about. And I have noticed that massively, especially with my family. They'll say things, my mum will say things, and she won't even think. Things like, oh, she doesn't say it anymore because I've had to pull her up on it, thank goodness. And luckily she's been accepting of listening and learning about where my boundaries are, which I'm really thankful for. But she used to say things like, "Oh, he's gonna be a heartbreaker," and I'm like, "No, no, no, we don't say that. No, it's not good to tell a man that it's okay to break hearts. It's not. That behaviour is not acceptable." And so, yeah, let's not say that. And then things like, "Oh no, you can't wear that. That's for girls." No, no, no. And I must say, actually, I got a bit of stick for allowing Zeke to wear dresses. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it doesn't, wearing a dress doesn't make a child any gay or any sexual different orientation or transgender or anything. He just liked the sparkly dresses. It was really, for me, it was really simple. And I just don't think that little pieces of fabric should hold that much power. Don't get me wrong, I still want gendered changing rooms and gendered clothing when I'm looking online, because I find the girl stuff is really big and the boy section is really small, and if I have to online sift through a load of dresses to get to the trousers, that's really annoying. So I still want gendered stuff to make my life easier in terms of shopping, but I'm not going to stop him wearing a dress. It doesn't mean anything that a 2, 3, 4 year old is wearing a dress. And I think he's kind of grown out of it now, because nowadays he puts on the Batman suit or the Hulk suit. He's not really into princess dresses anymore. So, but if he was, I wouldn't be opposed to it. He's just a little child. And so I'm just going to let him be. But yeah, so I'm really keen on not creating a misogynistic male. I want Zeke to be a truly good representation of a man in this world. And I don't think men get a good rap, but because there's so many bad ones. And people, not all men, but there's so many bad ones. So many. And I want him to be one of the good ones. And I want him to be one of the good ones that doesn't take offense to women saying there are so many bad ones. Because a lot of actual men took offense to me telling my child that Santa isn't real, which I find really strange. Because I'm like, well, I hope you helped out at Christmas, darling. I hope that your wife wasn't the whole reason that the Christmas happened. I hope that you contributed and really, and I don't mean contributed in terms of like, tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. I mean contributed as in, I'm going to go and do the food shopping. I'm going to make the list. I'm going to get it right. I can see that we are low on dishwasher tablets. I'm going to go and buy those dishwasher tablets. And I'm not going to tell my other half that I've gone and done that to get the brownie points. I'm just going to do it. I'm not babysitting my children while my wife is out getting the Christmas presents. I'm looking after my children. You know, I feel like men in that area could step up a bit. Because social media is very radicalizing. You see a lot of women talking about their man, especially around Christmas. I saw a lot of videos about women talking about how their men contributed nothing. And I'm like, wow, that life ain't for me, darlings. No. The contribution is key. I don't need to add more to my mental load with my relationship. The person I'm with should ease that mental load because we're sharing, not make it worse. But each to their own, you know, whatever you want to do. I don't mean to be judgmental. It's just personal preference.
This episode is sponsored by Kidfluence, the UK's first parent influencer app. If you have 1,000 followers or more and want freebies in return for some social media posts, then you can download Kidfluence on your app store today, totally free of charge.
Welcome back to the Clueless Mum. This week I am really focused on Zeke's birthday party. Ugh. It really does take a lot of effort, doesn't it? I didn't realise how much effort a birthday party would take and how expensive a birthday party is. First of all, trying to find a venue. They were booked up like 3 months in advance. I'm like, are you effing and jeffing me? That's a joke. I couldn't believe it. Secondly, the prices for like an empty hall. I'm like in the wrong business because you can charge like 200 quid for a 2 hour party in an empty hall and provide literally just like a small kitchen that the people have to leave as they found, as in spotless. So you don't have to do anything. You literally just provide this space for 250 quid for 2 hours. And then there's the bouncy castle, the balloons, the entertainer, the food. One company was quoting me £8.95 a child, and the food was like worse than Iceland minging. You know what I mean? Like frozen, the cheapest possible ingredients that I've ever seen. Like the chicken nuggets, there was no chicken. It was almost fiber. You open it up and it was like little, you could almost see fibers. Oh, it was awful. No, 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 no. And I will be snobby about this because it's something that I believe in. Our little children are little tiny children, and what they eat is important. And I am not 100% all the way. Zeke has. You may just heard my tummy rumbling. It's because I'm talking about food. But Zeke has McDonald's. We will, he has Alpha Bites for breakfast some mornings. I'm not like 100% iron rod strict about this because I feel like you can go too far the other way. But serving our children like cancer causing ingredients in food that is not food and is going to leave them inflamed and mess with their microbiome and ruin their little guts that they're just starting to build up and ruin that and then goes onto their immune system and their mental health. Like, no, no. Hard no for me. I can't put myself through that. So I've made the decision and I feel like I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm going to cook myself the food and I'm going to cater for Zeke's party. Now, if you were here around the PTA when I did the catering for the PTA barbecue, that was a lot more intense than I expected. But I did it and I was proud of myself. So I feel like if I have the same mindset this time round, I'm not looking forward to it in terms of I am looking forward to it, but I'm scared. So I'm fearful and I'm scared, but I've got the right mindset. I think I know what I'm doing. Zeke's favourite food is spaghetti bolognese. So I'm going to do a spaghetti bolognese and loaded with veg. So put the veg in, blitz it up so they won't even know, with like garlic bread. And that will probably be shop bought garlic bread. I could make my own bread, but I'm like, is that way too much? Because actually, the day before his birthday, I've got a big event in London. I'm going up to London for International Women's Day, and I'm going to be out all day. I've got a conference, and I'm really excited. And so I'm not going to have time to do all the cooking the day before. So I might have to be shop bought garlic bread. But there are good shop bought garlic breads, and then not so good shop bought garlic breads. We don't do like seed oils, so we do like ones that don't have seed oils in them because seed oils are inflammatory. And I'm trying to deflame myself. I'm trying to get rid of the inflammation in my body. And I'm not 100% perfect. I'm not. But overall, I'm trying to take this year, and I'm going to take the whole year, and I'm going to nourish my body in a great way. She says as it rumbles again. I'm going to nourish my body really well. I'm going to fill it full of great nutrients and I'm going to eat as best as I can and stack habits on top of habits. It's now like end of February. So apart from the carnivore diet, which is on my YouTube if you haven't listened, I have pretty much every day almost had a fruit smoothie to start my day. And I know people go, oh, no, too much sugar in fruit. Please don't come for me. You don't know what you're talking about. The sugar in fruit, your body knows how to metabolize. It's totally different. It's not sugar. Stop. Secondly, I've never felt better. I feel better now than I did even before I had a child. I've never felt this good in my entire life. And if I feel this good, then I should keep doing it because I feel fantastic from the inside out. So that's really good. So I've been doing those like habit stacking things and I've been trying to set my alarm a little bit earlier. So I'd set my alarm for 6 a.m. in the hope that in that 6 till half 6 or 6 till 7, I can get a workout in, I can do some meditation and I can sort of have a bit of a morning. Hasn't really worked because today Zeke woke up at 5:53. So that's a bit annoying. But again, just being kind to myself and realizing that, okay, I'm not going to be able to do it every day. I don't want to wake up at 5 a.m. I woke up at 5 a.m. for 4 years. I don't like it. I go to bed earlier. No, darling. I was going to bed. I'm in bed at like probably 8:30 latest. Latest 8:30. I am guaranteed asleep by 9:30, 10. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to bed I can't go to bed any earlier than 7:30. So no, it's just, and then you've got no time to wind down. There's no time for yourself. Blah 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 blah. So no, I don't. 5 a.m. doesn't work for me. I don't feel good at 5 a.m. So I thought 6, and maybe if I do 6 for a while and then I feel like I want to do it earlier. But so I've been doing 6 so far in like a week. I've been able to do it twice. I think I've done it. So it's not a win, but I'm in a better mindset. And I feel like hopefully the ones that are listening, not listening, if you're listening, hopefully you can hear it in my voice. But if you're watching, for the first time ever, I think, on the Clueless Mum, and I mean ever, I have makeup on. That is a huge achievement. I usually do this in my pajamas, no makeup, just before I'm about to go to bed. And today I'm like, I've just done another podcast with an amazing woman. And I came upstairs and I was like, I'm going to record my podcast. And it's lunchtime, as you can hear from my belly rumbling. And I've got makeup on and I'm like, you're not going to recognize me, first of all, because, I mean, talk about catfish, darlings. The glow up is real. But I put makeup on. So I feel like hopefully you can see that already. I feel like my state has changed. I feel like I have changed my state. I feel so good. And a lot of that's my smoothies in the morning. I have my Will Powders protein powder with it, which again I think helps. It's full of good stuff. If you don't know about the brand Will Powders, check them out. Fantastic. Genuinely. Use it every day. Nutrition, obviously, and then my mental state. I've been doing a lot of Tony Robbins. A lot. Yeah, Mr. Tony Robbins has come into my life and changed my life completely. I'm obsessed. I've been doing so much learning. I've been doing lots of content from Tony, lots of other content. I've been listening to loads of business podcasts. I've been listening to consuming loads of great content. I've read 2 business books so far this year, and we're only in February. My next book is, I can't even know where it is. It's more of a philosophical book. So, yeah, excited to get my Zen on and be enlightened. I've been doing a different meditation for money and chanting. I have been doing EFT tapping to try and regulate my nervous system around money, because I definitely have a money block and I've been working really hard to try and release that block. And so what I found is that my nervous system gets unregulated when I think about money, whether it's lack of or even sometimes if I think like too much of, I can feel really dysregulated. So the EFT tapping really helps regulate my nervous system. So that has really helped around money. And I just feel like I'm on a really good path. I feel like I'm got my energy back. I've got not the old Nadia, because she's way gone and I'm glad. I love her and I wish her kindness and I thank her for everything she did. But oh my God, I'm a new woman. New. Brand new. And I'm excited to like get back out there and do great stuff. Like I feel like I've got a zest for my business. I feel like I've got a zest for parenting. I put makeup on. It's not great makeup, so maybe that's what I'm going to do on my next social media post, is talk about what makeup, because my skin is like haggard and my foundation is not cutting it, my concealer is not cutting it, so I feel like I'm going to need help actually. So if you have any makeup recommendations, please. I need mascara, I need concealer, I need foundation, I need help, because I'm still using makeup from 5 years ago before I even got pregnant. Eek. So yeah, we'll talk about more next week, but thank you for joining me on the Clueless Mum. I'm very excited. Hopefully by next week. No, it's not next week. I was going to say I'll have done Zeeks' party, but there'll be more organising, so we'll talk about it. But whatever you do this week, please be kind to yourself. Things get better. I've been through the depths of hell, and now look at me. We can come back like a phoenix from the ashes. I believe in you. Right, my darlings, have a great week. I'll see you next week.